Who wasn't shocked? Who wasn't shocked that this guy was the killer, the Ten Commandments killer of American Horror Story Hotel? Welcome, guys. We are talking American Story Hotel in tonight's episode, the Ten Commandments killer. Spoiler review. Spoilers everywhere. Before I hit to this review, I want to just give... It's almost done, guys. You still have a little bit of time. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and tell me why you like American Horror Story and how you got into it. And you tell me, what do you think about the season so far? And you have a chance, worldwide contest, worldwide giveaway to win Twisty the Clown mug. Yes, not even open. I will ship it to you. All you have to do is, like I said, hit subscribe. Tell me why you love American Horror Story, how you got into it. And for a bonus, why don't you tell me, what do you think about the season so far? So I will pick the winner at the end of the season, and you will receive this Twisty the Clown mug. It's pretty awesome. I kind of want to keep it, but I'm not going to. It's for you guys because you guys are awesome. Let's get into the review. This whole episode was just really an explanation, a coming out party, so to speak, of John. John is the Ten Commandments killer. It was odd. It was weird. We weren't shocked. I kind of knew he was probably the killer. But still, it just brings you to a loop. And I try to explain it, but I feel like, I still feel so, like, not confused, but I feel like that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. But that doesn't necessarily mean I didn't like this episode. I really did like it. And Mr. March, dude, when this guy comes on screen, I absolutely love what Peters is doing. I mean, Mr. March is awesome. I think March is the best thing too in American Horror Story, and I did like his interaction with John in this episode. So just to give you a little heads up, we see John, he goes back to when that little girl, well, we see in the very beginning, remember when that little girl was crossing the street and she was trying to leave him and stuff. She knew who the killer was, and she gets hit by the car, so she's dead. She's at the morgue. John's partner, I just saw him in Jessica Jones too. He's there. And John's explaining to him that he is the killer. I mean, Sarah Paulson really opens his eyes by showing him this room that has all these mantles and it has all those commandments. So he's trying to confess to the murders, to his cop friend, and it's just one big flashback back. It's just one big how he got there, how he was at the hotel 10 years ago, how he met Sarah Paulson and they banged, how Mr. March really influenced him, how Mr. March really manipulated him to taking Holden, having Lady Gaga take Holden, having John become this world-class serial killer, and finishing March's work on these 10 commandments and having this mantle, having a trophy room, so to speak. It was the first meeting too. It was kind of funny because Mr. March and Lady Gaga, they have that one night where they have this date night and they get interrupted by John and that one guy who's Lady Gaga's boo. So that's where it gets the episode really gets really great, is when these two are really interacting. When Mr. March is always on scene, there is not too much Lady Gaga. There's really no really any other characters, honestly. It's just really Sarah Paulson. It's just really John, a little bit of Lady Gaga, sprinkle Lady Gaga, Mr. March, all kinds. And then you have Kathy Bates there as well, just kind of just saying, am I talking to the real John? Finally, John, you open your damn eyes. Good job. Cause who lied? It was being stressful, man. Stressful. Every time you come here, I didn't know what John I was talking to. I didn't know if you believed that you were the killer or you weren't the killer. I didn't know if I got cop John. I didn't know if I got serial killer John. What's crazy is that, well, he tells you when Mr. March kind of says, okay, you're going to commit these crimes because you're a detective. And it's crazy how he just really kind of just breaks him down little by little. Like, oh, yeah, you know, taking away his son to give him motive. And also really just grinding it into them, saying, these laws, you're held back. You're held back, my good sir. And I liked how John's like, oh, do you look like you're somebody from the 1930s? And, you know, Mr. March is like, oh, my good man. Real justice is actually giving the justice upon them. That justice is all justice. I am the law. So Mr. March is crazy. He has the power to influence, so to speak. So this is his world-class killer, and we kind of knew. It was hinted a lot in these previous episodes. But so we see John kill his first victim, who was a molester. We see John explaining all the cases he was on, that you wouldn't think, no, that doesn't make sense because you were there. It was actually all in his head. You see John saying, yeah, now I remember. Before I didn't remember because Lady Gaga and Mr. March have him in his car, and he goes in the house when Holden, that was the day that Holden was kidnapped. It's just a lot of explaining, but all you need to know is that he has an alibi for every single one. He has definitely, he makes sense, so to speak, when he is explaining it, even though to me it's kind of, I call bullshit, but hey, what are you going to say? So he says all this, and he only needs a couple more trophies, so to speak, and his cop buddy's like, dude, no, you're not. You're not the killer. I know you, John. You are not the killer. Come here, buddy. Let me give you a hug. Oh, John. Yeah, like he stabs his cop buddy. I forgot his name, but he stabs his cop buddy. Cop buddy falls on the floor, and I guess he was banging John's wife, so adultery. So he kills him because he's like, you had coffee with my wife. He kills this cop buddy, and so he just embraces his serial killerness, and he takes a little present from his cop buddy. I think he took his dick. I'm pretty sure he took his dick and put it in the trophy room. So he needs two more sins to put in the mantle, and it will be complete. And Mr. March is just delightful. So his cop buddy, yeah, he's a killer, dude. You just got killed, yo. And you're supposed to be Luke Cage, man. You're supposed to be Luke Cage. You're supposed to be indestructible, but he took your dick. I'm pretty sure he took his dick, right? Anyway, so yeah, it was an interesting episode, but if you knew that, okay, John, if you were like this, it was kind of interesting that they just kind of reveal it right from the bat, like right in the beginning. They're like, yep, John's the killer. This is the guy. Let him explain. I mean, sitting back and you're just watching, it's like, I kind of knew you were the killer. Kind of don't really care what you have to say. I kind of want to see what you're going to do next. And what he does next is he checks into the hotel and he embraces it. So who is he going to kill next? His wife. And my mom said Mr. March. I'm like, how do you kill a ghost? Yo. Unless you're a Ghostbuster. But anyway, so that's basically about it. Did I like the actual episode? Yeah, it was actually pretty entertaining. I loved Mr. March when he was in it. Like I said, I did like John's descent to madness and him breaking down little by little and becoming that crazy serial killer that we kind of all knew it was him. Him stabbing his friend, like his friend was so... Come on, dude. Come on. You see John. You didn't see that coming, but anyway. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how many episodes there are. I thought it was going to be the last episode next week, but I guess not. I guess we got a couple more, and he has a couple more trophies he need to put up, so... it is interesting. It's kind of sad that we can't get every character in this one episode, but there's just too many characters and there's too many other things kind of going on. So this is the end of one storyline, which is kind of crazy because I thought they're going to hold this until the very last episode, but they're not. So where is this leading to? Where is John going to go with this next? Maybe he's going to kill Lady Gaga. Not sure. We'll see. Thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you love American Horror Story. Or if it doesn't have to be this season. It could be any other season. I love Asylum. Like the video if you like it. And comment below, what do you think is going to happen next? Who do you think John's going to kill next? And did you see that coming? I'm Dan American Daniel's son. You guys have a great night. I have work in the morning. So, I need to go to bed. Bye, guys.